I'm Gabriele Paganelli, and today I'm here at Grande Cheese, and I want to show you guys how I make my sweet sausage. And I have Cesare Scarcella helping me today.
Oh.
Cesare, how are you?
Thank you for inviting me today,
Good.
Gabriele.
Good. So, before to start, we need to do a toast. The other way, I cannot move my hands here. You know? Cheers. Salute.
Salute to the sausage.
Salute. Wow, good wine. Okay, so here I have 5 kilos of pork shoulder. Okay, is a little bit, there is enough fat, so usually I put a little pancetta, but this was a large pork, so add a little more fat. I don't need to put anything else. So here I have the salt and the pepper. Okay, so I mix and I put inside here.
So what kind of grind you doing, Gabriele? A thick
Okay,
grind, a thin grind?
This meat is grind at 8 millimeters.
Okay.
The plate has holes of 8 millimeters because I like to chew the meat. I don't like the something mixed.
Yes.
So I like to taste the meat. Here I have red wine and garlic. So I have 2 cloves of garlic inside here. And so I will have the garlic flavor inside of the sausage. Now I start mixing, and this meat is very cold because when I mix it, I want to extract the protein. And so if it's cold, it's a lot more easy to extract that.
Is there a difference from mixing cold to like a warm meat?
See, especially if you make salami,
Yeah.
to warm meat is not gonna come because you cannot extract the protein. The protein, you cannot bind the meat together. You see, this is already, because it's cold, you see, it's almost ready for a salami.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing? So I'm putting the meat in here because you see there is no more holes here. It's all binded together already.
Yes.
There's that little acidity of the wine, and it's very easy to mix it.
What about the fat ratio?
The fat ratio here is about 20%, 25%. So my ideal sausage will be 30%.
Yeah.
So like I said, this shoulder here that I'm using had enough fat, so I didn't put any pancetta inside. But usually I put always 20% of pancetta in a sausage because the fat gives you the flavor and give you the tenderness to the meat that you're gonna have after. So it's supposed to be fat.
Yeah.
So you see this protein extract.
Nice.
So now let's take that away. Here I have the casing that is in hot water with vinegar, and in here I'm gonna fill up my machine.
And before we put the casing on this, what do you do with the casing? How do you prep the casing?
The casing usually comes in salt,
Yeah.
okay, and we wash it. We wash it at least some hours before in little warm water with some acidity, lemon or vinegar, to sterilize a little bit more. Usually they are clean and they don't need to do nothing else, but I still wash it a little bit. And after I'll put in warm water with vinegar. You don't want your meat to get warm, so I will grind it before, put in the fridge, and after I will mix with all the spices.
Oh, okay.
So, can you do some crank in here?
So-
Okay, this is a regular oak casing, about 28 seri. Ci vuole la mira. Okay, so I put some water in the casing so it's easy to go
So basically
in.
this is a 2-people job now, eh?
Now, yes, with this
Yeah.
machine it's 2-people job. The casing is hog casing. And this is on the hog size. This is the smallest size casing, so is from the hog is 28, 30, 32. And for the hogs they go up until 40, 43, I think. Now, you crank a little bit and you follow me. Okay, look. Very, very easy, fantastico. You see with one hand I hold the casing.
And when do we start tying? Do you twist or we tie it
We
with
twist,
string?
we twist. Finish?
No.
Oh, ferma!
So when we break the casing, we just kind of
You
restart
see, I
again?
broke the casing because this now is dry a little bit. So because it's dry, I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here. Okay?
And so basically we just start a new line now, eh?
Yeah.
Cool?
Aspetta. Okay, go.
I think that's it, Gabriel.
Wonderful.
We're making Italian sausage. What's the difference, like a Barese sausage or a bratwurst, kielbasa, you know?
Depends the tradition of the where this the sausage or the recipe come from, and depends what they add there. So, okay, now this is the way where I make the sausage. I roll it like that. I don't have a machine, so I have to do it by hand. So now I have the knife that I can cut, make it nicely, whatever. So they're gonna stay in the cooler for one night, and after we can cut it so they are firm. Okay, you wanna rest it for a night so that comes together, stays together, whatever, and doesn't come out from the casing when you cut the casing.
Gabriel, when you're cooking these things, what's the best way to cook? I've seen people poking with the forks. I see them do little cuts on the top. When they're on the barbecue, you know, all the juices are flying out. What's the best way to cook
The
these
best
things?
way is not to cut it. Is not to cut it because when you cut it, the fat comes out, and after you lose the humidity inside there, and
that's how you get a dry sausage,
And
eh?
it's the dry sausage. Okay, this is our 5 kilos of meat sausage.
Nice.
This is the way where we make the sausage. When I was 5 years old with my father, I used to make this recipe, this kind of sausage, okay, and was fantastic. The meat was a little bit different because the pig was older when we were slaughtered that, and that's it. Thank you for looking at me, at the recipe, at us, and stay tuned for the next recipe. Okay?
And thank you for inviting me, Gabriel.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salute.